Hi, I'm Jared Fall, and today we're going to teach you how to EQ your bass drum. Now, hopefully you've already watched the video on how to mic your bass drum, because that's kind of what comes first before we're going to get to the whole EQ thing. But once you've kind of completed that, you got your bass drum mic'd, you can watch this video and figure out exactly what you need to do to make it sound exactly the way you want it to. And so what we're going to do actually is going to show you exactly how we EQ our bass drum. So I've got Victor Guidera in the other room. We've got a bunch of cameras on him, and we're basically going to sound check these drums, okay? They haven't been EQ'd before. This is a new drum set in our studio, and this is the first time we're getting sounds for it. And so we're going to start with the bass drum. We're going to move around all the drums. This video, we're just going to focus on the bass drum, so you can find those other videos if you want. So for starters, Victor, why don't you just say hi to these guys and tell them exactly what we're going to do.
Okay, so it's awesome to be here and showing you guys this. Let's just start with the gain pot on the bass drum. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna ask Jared to play and just adjust the gain, and I'm gonna be watching the meters on the input of my recorder, and I just wanna bring it as close as I can to peaking without going into the red. So Jared, if you wanna just take her away there. Okay, great. So it actually sounds really good, just completely dry, no processing or anything at all. So we've got the gain to where we want it to be, and then I'm going to listen back for things that I do and don't like, and then I'm going to show you how I'm going to change the EQ to taste. Okay, so what I do like about the sound is there's a lot of nice low end, and there's a decent amount of point, which is what is going to punch the bass drum through the mix. But what I don't like is that I'm hearing a lot of low mids in the kind of about 250 hertz range. And that's a general, with a lot of different bass drum microphones, a general boosted area that you generally want to cut. And one of the things that I don't like what I'm hearing is there's a lot of energy in the approximately 250, 300 hertz range. So I'm just going to start cutting that, and I'm even going to add a little bit more point on the bass drum, approximately around 3 to 4,000 hertz. So what I'm going to do to get rid of the energy at about 250 hertz, I'm going to boost the low mid on this Mackie console here. And then I'm going to sweep the frequency range until I'm hearing a lot of the sound that I don't want to hear. And then once I land on where it sounds the worst, then I'm just going to pull the gain back until it sounds nice. Now I mentioned that I wanted to hear a little bit more of the high end of the beater sound on the bass drum. I really like the positioning of the microphone. I'm hearing enough low end and enough high end. I just wanted just a little bit more snap. So I'm going to try to boost around the beater somewhere around 3 to 5,000 hertz. Okay, that's starting to sound really good. I'm happy with the point. I'm happy with cutting that low mid around 250 hertz. Looks like we landed at about 240 hertz. Now I'm just going to supplement in the secondary microphone, the sub-kick mic, and just see what that sounds like along with our main bass drum microphone. And I already know that it's very low end and sub-rangey, so I'm not going to EQ it at all. I'm just going to bring it in and just adjust the actual volume of the fader just to flavor. Okay, great. So I think we're done with that bass drum. It sounds really good. It has a lot of low end range. It has a lot of punch in the high end. The mids are really great. I'm just loving it.
All right, so you guys, Victor is responsible for all of the drum sounds on drumlessons.com. So if you like the way our drum sounds are on drumlessons.com, then definitely take these tips. Now, it's important to note, this is how we do it. This is how it sounds really good in our rooms. This is how it sounds really good with our drum sets, with our mics, and everything like that. So you might talk to other sound engineers and they might give you different tips, or they might tell you different ways to get a really, really good bass drum sound, and that's totally cool. We're not saying this is the one and only way, we're just saying this is the way we do it, and it works really, really well, in our opinion. One other just small tip for you guys, you drummers out there, is when you are giving the signal to a sound engineer, make sure you give them something that's consistent unless they ask you otherwise. So you notice when I was actually hitting the bass drum there, I was trying to hit it within time for the most part, and then just at the same level of attack or velocity each time. Just because that's going to change the signal he's getting, and that's going to change the way he's hearing it. So it's important just to give it nice and consistent. So thanks so much for watching this video. If you guys need more tips on this kind of stuff, we're going to have videos on how to EQ your snare, how to EQ your toms, and then how to mic the whole kit, as well as how to tune your whole drum set. So definitely keep your eye on drumlessons.com. Lots of cool stuff coming out, lots of cool stuff already there, and I'll see you in the next video.
Okay, so we'll start with the gain pod, and then we'll pop it. So I'm gonna listen back to things we do. The gain of the bass drum microphone. That's it. And then I'm gonna listen back to, and so one of the things, do that again. It took me 5 times to do that.